What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we have gotten an announcement from our friends over at NBC Universal. They are doing the live action How to Train Your Dragon film, and they have now cast their lead actor and actresses. So we now know that Mason Thames is going to be Hiccup. He was in something called The Black Phone. I've never seen it, never heard of him, not seen any of his work. I'm sure he's a fine young man because there were several hundred people trying to get the lead in that, so they cast him. Now, the thing that I've seen on Twitter that is upsetting a few people is they have cast Nico Parker, who is the daughter of actress Thandie Newton, who you might have seen. She was in MI2, and she was, of course, in Westworld, all 4 seasons of Westworld. Thandie, these violent delights have violent ends. But her daughter Nico is an actress and has been for several years now. I've seen her in a few things. 2019 Tim Burton live action Dumbo, which was absolutely awful. I got to be honest about that. Dumbo, and I love Tim Burton films. Dumbo is awful. It's one of the worst movies, and I was like, my God. Now, they're making Beetlejuice 2 with what's a young lady, Jenny Ortega, from Wednesday on Netflix. I still haven't watched Wednesday yet. I got to go back and check. I keep hearing how great it is. I need to check that out. But Tim Burton had admitted that he said that when they were making the film, he didn't quite get to do everything he wanted to do, and the studio had notes and certain things, and so he wasn't. It wasn't 100% his vision. That movie was bad though, but it wasn't bad because of Nico Parker. It was just bad. But one thing they do when I've had conversations about what's woke, what's not woke, or whatever. If you saw the live action Dumbo, Colin Farrell's coming back from the war. It's set in the 40s, and he returns home to the circus, and that's when you find out that he has this little black girl that's his daughter, right? So that's one thing. It kind of throws you off because it's set in the 40s. We already know that at this time in the United States, they did have they had what they call miscegenation laws or whatever, where it was illegal for in several states for people to marry outside of their race and all. That's what Virginia versus Loving was about. That was what when they sued so that they could get married and all that kind of, that was, went to the Supreme Court. When you do stuff like that, and then that's why I had a problem with the Wild Wild West, because it pretended as if all of a sudden we didn't have racism and secret agents going to be able to just walk in the White House and do whatever. So when you do stuff like that, it's a disservice to actual history. That being said, like I just said, the movie was bad, but it wasn't bad because of Nico Parker. So that's what it was. That movie was terrible. The other thing Nico Parker has been in that I saw that a lot of you guys loved was she was Joel's daughter in The Last of Us. Okay, and now you play the video game. Joel's daughter, again, is not a person of color, but Nico played that part very well, and she did what she did. So, like I said, the feedback for Last of Us is overwhelmingly positive. So people, the writing, I watched every episode of Last of Us with my soon-to-be wife, and we loved it. It was fantastic. Great show. Looking forward to season 2, but I'm hearing that's not going to be out to at least like 2025. And with the writer's strike going on, it might be delayed even more. But yeah, so that's where we've seen Nico Parker, that horrible Dumbo movie, and then she was Joel's daughter in The Last of Us. So that's who she is. Now, obviously, like I said, Astrid is not a person of color. But I know that Nico herself is biracial because Thandie's biracial. Thandie Newton is her mother was from Zimbabwe and she married a white guy from London or whatever, and then Thandy's husband or soon to be ex-husband is that she has two daughters and a son with this guy, and they're about to file for divorce. I saw that they had announced they had split up. So, but yeah, he's white and Thandy's obviously not white, and then they have these three children, and Nico is one of them. So, but she is a talented young lady. Like I said, didn't like her in Dumbo, like her in The Last of Us, and a lot of people forget that in the How to Train Your Dragon movie, that America Ferrara, who is a Latina, was the voice of Astrid. So it's not the first time someone who is a minority has portrayed or voiced over someone who was white. But I am curious about this because, like I said, I saw some rumblings on the Instagram and the Twitter and all that, and people talk about, oh, they need to quit race swapping and do all this kind of stuff. But I'm hoping this movie is good because I absolutely love How to Train Your Dragon, that film series. I thought it was exceptionally well done. And was it Jay Baruchel was Hiccup, and I just, like I said, really enjoyed those movies. I'm hoping the live action is good, but I want to hear from you guys. So please get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/AkariPress, or just type in Akari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.